How you doing, all me muckers? Happy New Year, happy 2024. So I hope you had a nice Christmas and New Year. And I've gone it. There we go. Turn that off. Sorted. So yeah, I hope you've all had a nice Christmas and a great New Year. And looking forward to this New Year's. So let's get my guests in. Let's get them in. So as usual, my brother from another mother.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah, good, mate. Good.
All sweet, all sweet.
And
Go on. Ah, the coasters.
rhythmic.
Nice. Moto Mogul, how you doing, mate?
I'm all right. How are you?
All good.
Can you hear me
good,
okay?
mate. Yeah. Perfect, mate.
Yeah, cool.
Perfect. And then we've got the man himself, the man, the legend.
Hey, lads.
Graham Magus Whisperer. And then we've got me off-road brother.
Hey, how you doing?
All good, man.
Yeah, Jay.
Everybody sounds sweet. Everybody sounds sweet. I had a bit of a nightmare earlier. Just so I've got a bit of an echo on somewhere. Has somebody got YouTube open?
Nope.
Nope. Not me.
I've got an echo somewhere. Anyway. Hold on. Let me just double check. Make sure I got mine off.
How you doing, Jack? You okay?
I'm great, thanks, Jay. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Thank you.
Good Christmas and New Year.
Quiet. Thank you.
Yeah. The best way.
How was your surgery? Did it all go to plan?
Yeah, it's good. I'm not walking around in circles.
Oh, perfect.
Someone's got an echo going somewhere.
I'll say, can you hear that echo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, still there.
I can definitely hear an echo. Just everybody, just quickly double check.
Right. I'm gonna mute.
1, 2, 3. No, I can still hear the echo.
Not me.
I'll just try muting as well.
Jack. Oh, go on then, Jay.
How about that? Ah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's J8.
It's
I'm just trying to see what I've. The only other thing I've got plugged in is my Kai's jacket because I'm in the garage. So
has it got a microphone on it?
You've got your phone on and nothing daft, have you?
No, I haven't, mate. No, I'm just using the microphone off the laptop as well because I couldn't get mine to work.
All right. Hold on. So anyway, Jack, how you keeping it right? How's
I'm all right, mate.
How's your recovery going on?
It's been going well since Christmas Day. Christmas Day was like a real turning point, and ever since then, it's just recovery and rehabilitation has just gone. It's just gone up and up. I ditched the crutches. Started driving again yesterday, so I'm legal to drive. So went to the gym and did my physio down there. Yeah, it's all good.
So Jay, I think what you might have to do, mate, is when you want to talk, open your mic.
Right, is it definitely me then? Yeah,
it's definitely you, mate. As soon as I'll take you off. Ready? Hold on. So I'll mute your mic, and now we can't hear the echo.
Just check you haven't got YouTube open this second screen.
Yeah. So
no, nothing. I'm going to
Is your
turn my
speakers
phone
too
off
loud
as
and
well.
it's coming back through your microphone?
Ah, might be, yeah.
I tell you what, I'm having to use my DJI for my camera. How's that? Oh, let's come back.
that's better.
I've
Almost.
just moved it away a little bit from the
Almost.
laptop. Is that any better?
That's a bit better, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, all right, forget that.
Just a little echo.
I'll just shut up.
Yeah. So if you can, mate, if you just mute your mic and then when you want to say something, just jump in. Yeah. Is that all right with you? Jay's going to get to sign language, you know. but yeah, so yeah, I've had a good year. I've had a good Christmas and a good New Year. How about you, Graham? How about you? I see Father Christmas has been.
Yes, it's been good Christmas. Yeah, good to get away from work as well. That's all the presents I ordered myself all starting to arrive this week. So GoPro just arrived about 2 hours ago. So
You
it's
lucky
making another
bastard.
GoPro as well. And it wasn't a smoke alarm. It came.
So, but yeah, I've actually had an email off GoPro saying that they've watched a few of my videos. And I just emailed them back just saying how disappointed I am for them just point blank refusing to send me anything or give me a refund. So they're looking into it now. But
keep putting the videos out.
yeah, well, like I say, mate, you know, I've got my money back through the credit card, but I'll still, if somebody ever comments on it, then I'll tell them, you know, what kind of happened and how kind of crap it was. But yeah, you know, it's just one of them things. You know, it's like these sat navs, for example. You know, I've had 5 nav 6s in 2 years, right?
Really?
So you know, as some of you might have seen, I went back on my channel. I went back to BMW, and basically just says this one's broke as well. And then they ended up saying, no, you're out of warranty. The 2-year warranty is up. And I was like, I had this sat nav 2 years. And he went, no, it's from the date you purchased it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but we swapped this like 4 months ago. So surely that should start again another 2 years from that sat nav. Not my original date. It's going to be from that one, surely to God.
If it's a new unit, it should start from that, shouldn't it?
Yeah. So, well, that's what I thought, but they're saying no, it's from your original purchase date. So, they did me a bit of a deal on the new Connect, the new Connect one, the new BMW Connect, and I got it home, mate. And to be honest, I wasn't that impressed with it. It feels dead plasticky, really light, really flimsy. I did a bit of research myself on on the actual sat nav itself, not just on YouTube, but on social media kind of thing. And there was people having problems with them straight away. As soon as they've come out, they've had problems with them. So I kind of just sat there and thought, am I going to go through all this again for another 2 years?
Yeah, I bought a second-hand Nav 6 when I came back from Spain. Simply because when you're using your phone in the cradle, when it's hot, the screen just goes black. You can't see anything. So I thought, well, I'll just buy a second-hand Nav 6. So I've still got that to try next year. But I tell you what, they're not easy to use, are they? They're not easy devices to use to build routes and stuff in Basecamp. No. Jesus Christ!
No, it's rubbish.
You see, I don't use Basecamp. I use something called My Route Lab.
I've seen all of those as well. But I out of all of them that I've seen, I think once you get your head around Basecamp, it is more intuitive to me.
Yeah.
But Christ, the whole system itself is probably the least intuitive system, to do with computing that I've ever come across. It's not easy, is it?
No, I mean, like I say, I tried Basecamp for a few weeks, and if I'm being brutally honest, I couldn't get on with it. I just found it far too difficult, too difficult, and so I ended up doing obviously a bit of research myself, and then found that My Route app, and I was just like, wow, this is easy, this is brilliant. Because what
I'll
I was
give that another
finding,
go. Actually, do you do that then on your laptop and then?
yeah. So
Yeah.
I've actually done a video of it today. So
Have you?
So I do it on my. I plan the route on my iMac initially, and then I save it on my route app, and then because you can get an app on your phone as well.
Yeah.
And then what you can do is you can open the app up on your phone and then export the app into the My Drive app on your Garmin. And then as soon as you switch your Garmin on, it comes up, there's a new route. Click, off you go.
I've been doing it on Scenic and then exporting the GPX and then dragging it into Basecamp. And that doesn't work too bad, but then you get 3 different routes. You know, you get the route, you get the track, and then you get something else which is just like straight lines from one place to the other. And but trying to double check it, make sure that it runs properly, you know, and just checking each part of the route. Oh, it is such a pain in the ass to use. Yeah, I'm not a big fan already.
I mean, the only thing I like about my route lab is, so if you're doing a route and you've got, for example, people who are using Garmin and TomTom, you can open 2 maps up so they overlay each other. So you've got the TomTom map and the Garmin map that overlay, and then you can drag
your route and your track then.
Yeah. So that when they open it, them both overlaid each other. Yeah. So that, you know, because I've had it sometimes where I've gone on tours with people and they've kind of we've gone on tours with people, and because he's had a TomTom, for example, and I've had a Garmin, my Garmin's saying you need to go this way, and he's saying I need to go that way. So, you know, it's just because that when he's planned the route, he hasn't overlapped the routes together to make them one continuous route, and that's what I find is really good with my route lab. So you can, like I say, you can open it up, overlay them, and then you can say, right, so the Garmin one wants you to cut across this area, but my route app or the Garmin one wants you to go round. So then you can drag and drop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It sounds a bit confusing, but it's not. Once you get the hang of it, it's not.
Yeah, I'll watch your video and then I'll see about downloading that then.
Yeah, it just seems a lot more. It's a bit more kind of. It's a bit like Google. You can type in what you want to put in rather than you've got to put. You've got to put, like, I don't know, a postcode in or something like that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like using the Scenic app, because you can plot your routes, you know, point by point, so you know that it's accurate.
Yeah.
So then when you drag it in as a GPX, it should be accurate when you drag it into Basecamp.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, I've had a few people saying, you know, you should use your phone, but I'm just like, I don't want my phone to get knackered. Do you know what I mean? Because I use my phone for, you know, and numerous things. So, you know, and I just don't find, if I'm being honest, I'm a bit old school and I like to have a sat nav.
Yeah.
I like to look at a sat nav. My phone's a phone, not a sat nav. I like to have my sat nav on. You know, at least then if my phone rings, it's got to go off my sat nav. Do you know what I mean? I've still got my sat nav and I can answer the phone. So, you know, but yeah, you know, it was just one of them, and you know, like, I kind of feel like now I've actually learned something myself, because before with the old Nav 6, I had to plug it in to the iMac to download all the routes. It wouldn't open up as an exported file in the Nav 6 app, in the Garmin, in the BMW app. I don't know why, it just wouldn't open up. If it did,
I tell you what, that BMW app, the whole connectivity with your phone, you know, through your headset into your BMW dashboard, I find that such a clunky system as well. I
had to follow a YouTube video to get it all connected up.
Yeah. Oh, and then when you're listening to music, it continuously breaks.
Yeah.
You get like a microsecond break. Constantly. It's so annoying. It's the most annoying system. So most of the time I'm disconnected from my phone. I just don't bother.
You see, what I do is I don't connect my phone to the bike at all. Because another thing I found as well is when we've been riding as a group and my phone's connected to the bike and we're in the group and I've got my music on.
Yeah.
It every now and again it'll do one of two things. It'll either cut the conversation off, or it'll cut my music off. It'll do one of two things. It very rarely I'll get my music and the group as I wanna. So you know, and you know, you're paying a lot for the a BMW.
Absolutely.
And you know, like we probably all got Pat Talks. So you know, there's another 300 quid.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of money there. And me personally, I think the BMW that rider app in the TFT just isn't user friendly. It's just not strong enough to have all these compatibilities in one centralized area and for them all to talk and all to work.
Yeah, the Apple CarPlay works better on the Africa Twin.
Yeah,
it does work better. And I was really surprised when I bought this BMW how bad it is, really. You just expect it to be better, don't you?
Yeah.
You just expect it to be a good system, and it just isn't.
No. I say, and I said this, I'm really quite disappointed in BMW for allowing this software to come out, and it's not up to date at all. Do you know what I mean? And this is what I said when I took both of my sat navs back, and I was like, "There you go, mate." And he was like, "Well, you're bringing them both back?" I went, "Yeah, they fit for purpose. They don't do what they're supposed to do." And I'm not going to waste another 2 years bringing this one back when there's already people having problems with them. So I'll have a refund, have my money back, and I'll go and buy something else.
Yeah.
Surely there's a third-party person that can fix these nav 6s. There must be somebody somewhere.
Well, there's somebody in Germany, supposedly. All it is the screen, basically. That's all it is the screen. But what I've been told is it's £200 to have it shipped over and insured. £200 to have it shipped over, fixed, and sent back. Which is all well and good. That's brilliant. But then that makes a £600 sat nav, an £800 sat nav, and the sat nav I worth £800. Not when you can get a refund for £600, and like I've bought a Zumo XT for £350.
If it's going to cost that much to fix it, well, it's not worth it, is it? No.
I mean, it's like the lad said to me. The only thing is, mate, you can't use your whiz wheel. I said, I can't use my whiz wheel now because you don't fucking work. Is that not working? So
I've got something better than the whiz wheel. It's called a finger.
Yeah, it's irrelevant, mate. I prefer not to have the whiz wheel and just be able to follow my routes and not being worried that at some stage, like the other Saturday, we went out for the day. Halfway through the day, the sat nav shit itself, and it was only because I had my phone on me that I thought, you know what, I can actually, once we split up, I can get home. I can actually physically get back to a point onto a major road where I know where I am. But yeah, I just worry. I impressed with not just nav services. The Moto Tour Island. Evening, mate. Evening. So yeah, but I'm just not impressed at all with one, BMW allowing that product to come out, and two, I'll tell you what the other thing was as well that pissed me off a little bit. So I went to download the route onto the new sat nav, and it asks you, is it a Garmin? Is it a TomTom? Is it a this? Is it a that? And because it's not a Garmin, it's not a TomTom, it's a BMW franchised sat nav, you can't upload anything.
Yeah. Because
it's not in the system yet for everybody to have like took it, pinched it, put it onto their system, and everybody. And I said to the bloke, I says, there's a bloke in Oslo who's done it, and he went, right, this is what you have to do. You have to save the GPX file, transfer that into the BMW cloud, go onto the BMW app, download it into the app, and then transfer it into your sat nav. And I was just like, what the fuck that? I ain't doing that. That's fucking too long. You imagine, I mean, Jack, you imagine going away for 10 days, how long that'd take
It's just a ball ache, isn't it? Just an absolute ball ache.
It just ain't worth the time.
He's back.
Can you hear it any better?
Oh, he's gone mute now. Without.
Can't hear you, Jay. Fucking technology, eh?
He's not trying to do the live stream through a BMW sat nav, is he?
Yeah, I was going to say, you may do it through the fucking nav system, haven't you? but yeah, there we go. Have we got him? Say something, Jay.
No, can't hear you.
No,
Yeah.
I got him. But yeah, it's just one of them. I just think that they shouldn't have put these navs out there without getting them firstly fucking checked.
Yeah. It's a poor system.
It is, because I don't know anybody who's had a nav 6 who's not had to change it.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody.
complaints.
I've not yet.
I know, but you've only had it fucking 3 months, haven't you?
Oh,
See if you get to 4 now. But yeah, you know, I just think it was really, really poor. But you know, it's just one of them. And the other one I found as well with a new nav system is if you wanted, like, on the new one, you can't do a route off road going onto the road and then coming off road. So you can't do a road and then a track and then a road with a new sat nav. You can with a nav 6, but you can't with this Connect. So I was just like, you know what? You know, you just think to yourself, I ain't messing about with it now. I literally rang them up in the afternoon. I went, and this is quite funny. I found this quite funny. So I rang BMW up who I bought it off and says, can you explain to me how you download a file? Do you know what his answer was?
He didn't have a clue, did he?
No. I haven't got a clue. I says, right. I was, so when all these people buy this new Nav 6 and they ring you up and they say to you, I'm struggling, and you ain't got a clue. I says, as a company, as a brand, that's pretty poor.
It's pretty awful, isn't it? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And he was like, we've only had, I think they'd only had 4 in. He says, we've sold all 4. And I went, and how many's come back? He went 3.
75% of sales come back.
Yeah. And you know, and they've all said the same. We can't download anything. We don't know how to download it. We don't know. It's not kind of user friendly. So
no, it's really counterintuitive the way the system works. It takes you forever to figure stuff out. I watched. I've forgotten his name now. It's an Aussie guy, and he did a series of videos on the Nav 6, and that's mostly how I got to grips with using that system. Was watching his videos, you know, on one computer with my laptop open here, you know, just trying to work my way through it. But Christ, it's difficult. It's real step-by-step process, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas most other systems, you know, you sort of, it's intrinsic, isn't it? You sort of know it. You know how to put things together. You know what to do in apps and, you know, on a computer to make things work. But with that Nav 6, yeah.
I know what you're saying. They kind of lead your hand to the next step.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. You know what I mean? You've done that step. Now you got to do this step, and then you got to do this step. Where with that Nav 6, they just go, "Yeah, you've done that."
Yeah,
and that's it right now. Yeah, we can hear it.
I've reverted to my phone now. I don't know what's going off with this laptop.
Fucking hell. It's all that.
You're all about that big now, though.
It's all right. I never trust a ginger woman that advertises a laptop. What they call it, a Dell.
The thing was, my camera died on my laptop. That's why I'm having to use the webcam off the Action 3. But for some reason, I'm not even getting sound through. I think I've got a really poor internet connection because I'm in the garage. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
I think I had this problem last time. Can you remember, Rev, when I tried to come on last time? And I think I was on yours.
Yeah.
I was in the garage then, so I think the next one I'm gonna. Well, if I'm invited again.
Of course you are. I'm always invited.
Welcome on mine, mate, and Beaky's, yeah.
Always
Yeah.
invited.
Cheers,
But
mate.
yeah, but wait, changing the subject completely. When me and Jay met up, we had a right morning. We had a proper good laugh. We had
Brill.
absolutely fucking fantastic. So, but it was just one of them where I seen him pull up, and all I seen was the orange bike come first, and then this kind of mount coming off the fucking tank, and I was like, "What the fuck's that?"
That was my film crew. That.
Yeah, and then I was like, and then I sat there, and I was like, drinking me brew, and I thought, that's fucking Jay. That is. That's Jay, you know what I mean? And then I was like, I've got to wait for him. I can't walk over just in case it, you know what I mean? Walk over like, hey, dude, walk out here, the right bloke. But yeah,
No,
it was
you know, I think the best thing about it was so unexpected as well.
Yeah.
Because I just met up with Richie Veed and we went out for breakfast, and then I went for a little ride with him, and I was on my way home, and then I saw you. I decided to stop for a brew at the Yonderman. And it was just great. It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's like I spoke to Phil, who come with us, who's on the videos, like, and he was laughing because he went, I've watched both of your videos. And I says, well, I thought I'd press record, but I hadn't.
Yeah.
So I've kind of, you know, rolled off and done my thing and come back. And Phil was just like, at one stage, he went, I could just see you disappearing. He says, so there's me thinking I'm going to go and test his off-roading skills because he did a bit of off-roading. He says, and he goes, you just fucked off in the distance. He goes, I couldn't catch you. So I was just like, I wasn't doing anything special. Like, I was just concentrating and riding.
Well, it's like that first bit. It was like that first bit on my video as well, where I was trying to hang on to the bike and you just come past me like just blasé.
The thing was, I was in my helmet. I was like, fuck. You know, I was exactly the same as you. But
yeah, you didn't show it. You didn't show it. Not like me. It's like I've never sworn so much on a video, I don't think.
Mate, I said that to you today. I texted him and I says, that's the first video I've watched you, and there's a lot of swearing on it, a hell of a lot of swearing. Yeah. That first couple of seconds, all you hear is
and you know, on the first part of the video, you'll hear where I've bleeped it out, and then I did that much. I just thought it's too much hard work. I just left it in. Got past the 30 seconds at the start, and that was it. I was in it.
Yeah.
I was in the zone.
Honestly, though, it was class. But I said to Alcamoto, if you've watched Alcamoto's videos, he does an off-road trail, and I text him on the group, and he was saying that where he is, it's ain't far from there. And I was
well, I've done that trail because that's not far from me either. It's about 10 minutes from my house, that one.
Fucking hell. We'll have to do that. I'll come up.
I was going to say, when you come up, I can take you around quite a few up there.
Yeah. Get some fucking crash bars on. Stop buying sat navs. Get some crash.
I've actually got some in a box at the side of me now. The KTM original crash bars that I've got to fit. So I just need to get some off-roady tyres now. And I'm rearing to go then. I'm ready to go.
Mate, you just need to buy them. Fucking bite the bullet and just do it. We can get out then. We can get out and start falling off and stuff.
Well, I want to try and keep me bike's brand new, so I want to keep for a little bit longer. Yeah.
I mean, like I say, mine I've dropped it that many times now. I ain't fucking bothered. I was just like, fuck it. If it's 2 years old now, it's been on its side more times than fucking Gary Glitter. Yeah. But it was just a good one of them good laughs that was not planned, and it was just really, really good. Do you know what I mean? It was just a fucking brilliant. It's just a brilliant day. But the only bit of day I get is when I splash them lads coming through the fucking puddle. So when you come through that puddle, so I don't have my camera on. I come through that puddle, and the lads on his video are coming zigzagging through them because I'm coming the opposite way. So I've come past them. I'm on these little, like, I don't know, 125s and 250s and all this, like off-roading. I've come through on my BM, like, went through these puddle, mate, fucking drowned it, 2 of them. They just got off the bikes, and they're just like, fucking, mate, I'm fucking soaking. Fucking got the bike.
I think they were quite surprised that we were on them big bikes, to be honest, because they was on the little Enduros, weren't they?
Yeah.
And we were just we did the whole track. And do you know what? I was quite proud of myself on that day as well.
Mate, you should do it, because I think the worst bit of that track was going down here.
Yeah.
If I'm being brutally honest.
The other side, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was it. Honestly, it was a really good day. If you watch the videos, get to one of our videos and just go and watch it, because it was a proper good day. Well, a good morning. It was fucking brilliant. But yeah,
first of many.
Yeah, 100%. And like I say, it's just I say this to everybody. Just, if you know what I mean, if you want to meet up, let's just fucking meet up, because you know what I mean. The worst thing that can happen is we don't get on. That's it. You know what I mean? It's not like we're going to fall out. You just don't get on, and that's it. But yeah, you know, I'll try and get on with everybody. I'm that kind of bloke. I even bought him a brew.
You did. It was worth it.
Sweating him up with a brew.
No, I really enjoyed it. And you know what? It's like, I know off-roading is not for many people, but you've got to get off the beaten track, because it's so much more to explore, isn't there?
Yeah. Like I say, you know, hold on. Exeter's off. See you later, Exeter, mate. So yeah, but I think, like, when you go to places like that, like for us, we've travelled like 2 hours to get there. So we've got to do that bit. That was probably not the best bit of the day, because it was a good day. But
yeah.
You know, that was the bit that I was looking forward to most, that little off-road section. You know, and then we left you and went up that fucking massive, what was it called?
Oh, you went over Snake, didn't you?
Yeah, we did Snake Pass, and then we went up to that viewpoint on that big hill.
Oh, not the Monsell.
That's it. Yeah. I was going to say MILFs. MILF said, but MILF said he's Monsell. But yeah, then we went up there, and that was a great ride. It's just mate, it was proper windy up there, and that's when I sat my bike, and my bike was like this, and I thought I need to take one photo or a couple of photos, and then I'm up here and get on my bike, because the wind was horrendous.
Do you know what I could never understand? Well, you know, when people say to you, "Oh, not off-roading is not for me," and the people that have never tried it, I can understand if you've tried it. If you've got that sort of bike, you've got to try it at least once. And if you like it, you're going to love it. But if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it, do you? But
no.
I never understand people who say, "Oh no, I don't do off-roading," but if you tried it, it's weird.
No,
I know Jack, you do some sort of not like enduro lanes, like, you know, the big bikes aren't really made for that, but sort of tracks, you know, smaller tracks, don't you? And you go off the beaten path sometimes.
Yeah, there's some near me that I mean, they don't go for very long, and they're quite easy to do because it's me. so yeah, I do a few, but I won't be doing them for a while now until my leg, you know, properly healed, because it's just not worth the risk, basically. I didn't get a bollocking from him, but my consultant was less than impressed, because I said I was going to go out on my bike tomorrow. So he was like, "No, I prefer if you didn't." It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm just going out on the Himalayan. I'm just desperate to get out on it. Desperate. So I'm just going to go out and just on the roads, you know, just do a few miles, and I just miss it so much. 6 weeks off the bike, so yeah, I need to get out and do something.
Yeah.
You are so lucky with these green lanes. We just don't have them up here.
No, you're not allowed up there, are you? It's all private.
No, you're allowed access to people's the right to roam sort of thing. That doesn't cover vehicles or motorbikes. Yeah. So the kind of what we would call a green lane is forestry commission. So there's a gate and a lock on them all. Yeah. You just don't have it.
I mean, you did one day, yeah, Graham, when you
Aye,
did.
but that's a forestry commission one that they allow you to do. You're actually supposed to pay to get around it as well, but I just drove past it. But
it's such a shame as well, isn't it? With the amount of
yeah,
the amount of land that you've got up there to
Aye.
be able to enjoy, and you just can't get on it.
3/4 of the country's empty, so
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like I say. See you later, Rich. See you later. He's off. He's up early in the morning. His alarm was like fucking 3 o'clock the other day. I was like, fucking fuck that.
Your video, Jay, on that day that you were out with PK, that's the best quality of video I've seen from one of their cameras. It was really, really good.
I think it was for me. It looked a little bit washed out. I could have put a bit more depth in the color on it, but it was just from the 360. That's why I like using it, because you do the front and back view with one camera. But it's just the time it takes to edit. Because I've changed it again now. I've got 2 Action 4s, and I'm waiting for the remote to come so you can sync the camera. You can use 2 cameras together. So that's the route I'm going to try next.
That's the route I did with the GoPros. I found that best. Just because purely and simply, when you upload them, they're already formatted together.
Yeah.
So it's like you're formatting one and then the other, and then you've got to try and match them. Then literally, one side by side straight away. And if you time sync them as well, then it's perfect. So
and that's what I mean. The Action 4, the DJI Action, I wouldn't use. I wouldn't go back to GoPro now. It's too much. The too sentimental. What's the word? Temperamental.
Temperamental. Yeah. But it's like I say, I wouldn't go back now, but I'm glad the experience I had has sent me a different path. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy it sent me a different path, because now I ain't got to worry about it fucking overeating. I ain't got to worry about the losing fucking audio or the camera freezing, which kept happening to me constantly. I'd press record and it'd look like you're recording, then I pull over, and then at the end of the day I'll go back to a file, and then it's turned into a photo or something like that. So I was just like, you know what, you've actually done me a favour here. Kind of not sending me the camera. So I'm happy with that, and I think up until the 360s are at the stage where when you zoom in, they are pixelated like they am. I at the moment, unless I did a big trip, I wouldn't get a 360. I'd get a 360 if I was doing a big trip, just so you can stick it on your bike and get all that footage as B-roll. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But I just think as a main camera, it's a lot of fucking editing as a main camera.
It is.
I think when you first start as well, you sort of you look at the quality of the videos, and you do want the best quality, but it's not always the way to go on YouTube, is it? Because people will watch the content if the audio is a bit bad, or I think the audio is the big thing for me. If you can't really watch a video if it's really bad audio.
No.
But if it's a visual, if visually it's all right, like it's 1080p or something, and it's okay, and it's a bit, it doesn't really matter, because it's down to the content of the video.
Yeah.
And I think as you go through your YouTube career, if you like, and you see things like that, it's like you stop stressing too much about what the quality is that you're putting out, as long as you've got good content.
Yeah, 100%. But this is what. No, you're right, mate. Because this is what we was talking about with Alcomoto before Christmas about it, and that's why he's reduced his down. Now he puts his out at 1080p. He says because most people who watch his channel are on mobile phones. He says, and they only play, or 1080p is good enough for a mobile phone. Yeah, 4K is better, but 1080p is all right. So he can get like 16 hours from a 256 gigabyte chip rather than fucking 8 hours, for example. So he ain't got to worry at all recording in 1080p about, he's going to run out of data if he's away for the weekend, because he knows that chip's going to last him all weekend.
I do think the audio is the biggest nightmare for anybody just trying to get that perfect audio. That's what that's what did it for me. Well, I'm always experimenting. That's why everything I put out is different all the time. So.
What's that? You did some swapping and changing, do you, with your cameras? But like you say, mate,
Well,
you know,
the
if
same
you
with
can
the
do
bikes. I'm same with the bikes, mate, as well. I know, just do swapping and with the bikes as well.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, like I say, you know, it's one of them. I was on about this with Andy GSA Tractor, because both of our bikes are up warranty wise next year, and he's going to trade his in. But I was just like, I still fucking love my bike, you know what I mean? And I'm like, at the minute, I ain't ready to change. At the minute, do you know what I mean? Because I'm still in that I want to fucking ride it all the time phase. Do you know what I mean? I still want to be out on it constantly, but you know, I'm struggling whether to keep it and then not pay the extra to BMW, because it's about £40 a month. This extra warranties, and I'm like, fucking, that's a lot of money, £40 a month just for fucking warranty. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just.
The thing is, if you don't do, you've always got that peace of mind, haven't you? If you do that, because with it being a BMW, you know, if you start getting the specialist parts going down, and you've got to go to BMW, if it's under warranty, then.
Yeah.
But you're not going to be covered for everything anyway, are you? Really?
No.
It's not everything. So.
No, and that was the point I was talking to when I spoke to him about it, because I was like, well, is it like for like warranty? And he was like, nah, some stuff I under. And then you're thinking, well, what am I paying for? What am I paying £40 a month for?
Yeah,
what
that's
am I
why.
paying £40 a month for?
I mean, I went to, obviously I've always had second-hand bikes, few years old up to about 5 years old, and I just thought I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy a brand new bike. And the reason I went for the KTM is because obviously I'd done my research, and there was a lot of reviews on it, and everyone was saying how good the bike was, and it's just got everything. It's got the full package. I keep looking because she's sat there looking at me smiling. But but the reason I went, like I say, with the KTM, I'd never had a KTM, and I thought, well, I'm just going to go for it because they offered 4 years warranty with it as well. And to get 4 years warranty, and plus it's like BMW. I mean, you're talking silly money, aren't you, for a brand new one? And a lot of people can't sort of fork out for a brand new BMW. And I just thought, I just didn't want to pay that for a brand new BMW, so I got the KTM instead. I mean, that was.
I don't know what I'd have next. You know, if I got rid of my BM, I just really don't know what I'd have next now.
Yeah.
See, I mean, I was looking at this a couple of weeks ago now, and I was in two minds whether to sell it or not, because I got offered off from somebody a good price, and I was like, if I sold it, I'd buy two bikes. Yeah. So I'd buy a road bike solely just for touring and just for the road, and then I'd buy something like a Vogue 300, brand new for off-roading, road, but you can go off-roading on it, and that's what I'd do, and I'd have two bikes, and that was my thought process, but it just come about. He couldn't reach. He offered me a price, and he couldn't reach the figure that I wanted, because he wanted all like the panniers and a few bits and dabs that I was going to leave on as well. And he was just like, I can't really get to that price, and he was a few grand short as well. So I was like, it was like 50, 60 quid. It was a few grand, and I just said, I can't kind of drop it that much. So, but that's what I'd do. It wouldn't bother me. Going to buy a bike that's 5, 6, 7 years old, just purely to do tours and road riding.
Well, I had that little 125 Bullet, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I love that. And it wasn't very talky, but it was great to just take off road. And I loved it. I mean, Jack's done obviously similar thing with the Himalayan, because I've thought of getting.
I tell you what, it's I just really, really enjoy riding it as well. I keep looking at my GS in the garage and just thinking, man, I'll take the Hemi. It's fine. It's just a completely different experience on a bike, but it's slow. It's just but it's just so engaging as a machine. You know, you have to ride it. You have to ride it, and it's just, you know, it's not quick, but you're not going to get a ticket. Well, unless you're breaking the speed limit in a 30 or a 40, you know, you're not going to get a ticket. But honestly, it's great, and it'll go all day at like 65, 70 miles an hour.
Take it to Wales, you get speeding tickets all day.
You would have a push bike there, though, wouldn't you?
No, is it quite a light bike then?
No, they're heavy. They're heavy little beasts. So it's getting on for 200 kilos.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, they're heavy bikes.
But I bet they're quite robust though, aren't they? They can
but they're built with spanners out of, you know, bits of metal smacked together in India, but they're great. You know, I mean, I've dropped it when I first got it. This will make you laugh. When I first got it, I kept getting off it and accidentally standing on the gear lever. You know, and it's, you know, I did that about 4 times. So, I'll learn. You learn eventually.
Do you know? I'm sort of. I see things visually when people. Yeah. And I just had this vision of you having it in neutral, climbing off it, knocking it in first gear. And
honestly, I did it about 4 times when I first started because it's a short gear lever. It's a short gear lever on it. And every time I got off the bike, I went and stood on it. So now I'm in the habit again of squeezing the clutch in when when it's ticking over and you're getting on and off it, shutting gates and that sort of thing, opening and closing gates. Just squeeze the clutch before you get on and off.
I've got an image of Jack now getting on and off it like he's getting on and off an horse.
Well, that's why, because my hip's been knackered for so long. I don't get on and off the bike normally. I have to do it John Wayne style.
Just going to say, you jump on the back, buckaroo.
Yeah, put a foot on the foot peg to climb on, and like. use the foot peg to get off as well. I have to do it because I just couldn't. I couldn't move my hip.
I've got visions, Jack, of you sort of running from behind and just doing like a vault onto it.
Just leave it.
Like the horses, like the horses at school.
I bet it's going to feel weird though when you get back. Yes, isn't it? Because you're going to notice a big difference there, aren't you?
Well, I sat on the GS in the garage the other day just to feel the weight of it. You know, with my hip now repaired, and to be honest, it felt really comfortable. I didn't feel uncomfortable sitting on the bike. But you know. I'll try it out tomorrow. This time next week, I'll come back on. I'll have the crutches again.
He'll have his bag next to him. I fucked up.
The Himalayan will be in the wall where he's tried to move it.
He'll have his missus in the background like, he's fucking fit again. He's shit the Jaeger out again.
We're live from the hospital.
Oh, jeez.
So,
watch this space.
Yeah.
Watch this
so
space.
just be careful if you go out on it. Just be careful.
I'll post some pictures. I'll post some pictures for you.
I was going to say don't do a video because that's just tempting fate.
It is a bit, yeah.
I mean, as soon as I got off my crutches when I'd had my ankle surgery, I was on the bike as soon as I could, but still getting pain from it.
Yeah.
Oh, so you said when we went out, you was having pain on your ankle, were you?
Yeah, going through physio at the minute. So I've had the surgery, just going through the physio, but I don't think it's done it. To be fair, I think it's made it worse. So see what happens with that. But it's not going to stop me riding. But that's why I was just a little bit, you know, shouldn't I go on the road? Because obviously, if I have to sort of put my foot down and put my weight on it, I could do it some permanent damage.
I also think this is going to sound daft, but because you couldn't get over the front of the bike because the camera was there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like when my back end was sliding about and skipping about and everything, because you went over the front of the bike.
Yeah.
It's just doing its thing. Do you know what I mean? Where because you couldn't do that because that 360 was there.
Yeah.
You was a bit more centralised. You was almost stood upright, really. Rather than
that's why I didn't want to brake too hard because inside my chest.
You have a 360 in his fucking gullet.
Helmet.
It was just funny when we got off because you could see, even though he had a full face helmet on, you could see the enjoyment in his face. He was like, fucking
Yeah.
see what I've done there. I can't believe I've made it, you know. But he was that like, I can't believe I've done it. I can't believe I've done it. And then watching the video back,
You could also see the lump in the back of my pants as well.
I could smell it. but watching the video back, you can see yourself when you stop at that gate. You almost talked yourself out of turning round.
Yeah.
Because you sat there and you went, you know what?
Yeah.
And then you carried on. And then you carried on.
Do you know what? I was contemplating, and then I thought, do you know what? It's going to probably be easy to carry on than try and turn around in all this grip. But I'm not a quitter anyway. I won't.
No. I know, but when you got that doubt in your head straight away, because we went up this hill and it was fucking steep right at that hill.
Never done anything like that before. Yeah, crazy.
I mean, I was going up and there was like rocks and divots and ruts and like the back end, you know, and the back end is just bouncing about. And I was just like, right, just loose on the bars, let the bike do its thing. Try and keep your shoulders loose. You know what I mean? Keep your knees loose. Look ahead. Don't look where you're going. You know what I mean? I was just like literally talking to myself. But,
well, you were that loose on that bike. You weren't even holding on the handlebars. You looked like Omar Sharif on the back of the horse. He was like surfing on the horse, on the bike.
but that's what Phil said to me. He said you just went, and I was like, I still felt really uncomfortable. I was still talking to myself. You know what I mean? I was probably as nervous as what you was, but because I was concentrating. And I was like, right, I'm going to carry on. And then when I stopped and turned around, and I was like, fucking hell, where am I? You know what I mean? And then I stood there, and honestly, I must have been stood there for a good 5 minutes, and I'm thinking, I'm going to have to fucking turn around. I'm going to have to go back. One of you either fell off or you've turned around. Do you know what I mean?
One's in the field. Phil's in the field, and Jake worry.
Yeah.
I think what it was, though, I think because I got to the end and I was on road tyres, that made me feel better as well, because I thought when I've got proper tyres on this bike, I'll do that again and I won't have any issues with it whatsoever.
No. Like you say, it's that bit more. It's confidence, even though it's in your head. It's just confidence, knowing that you've got a set of tyres that you've got a little bit more than fucking off-road tyres. Do you know what I mean? And
well, I did that on the GS, didn't I? I mean, I went on a lane on the GS and I good time. And then I got some of them really extreme knobblies and tried it again, and it makes such a difference.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah, you feel it pushing the bike forward, don't you? You get so much traction.
Yeah, you do. You feel like you've just got more control.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I didn't. How can I put it? I felt like I had control, but I was kind of out of control, but not out of control and I'm going to fall off, if that makes sense. Yeah. You know what I mean? The bike's moving like this all over the shop, but I don't feel like at any point I was scared, but I was like scared before you fucking crash. That kind of scared.
Let the front end do it. Let the front end do its own thing. That's the easiest thing to remember. Don't try it.
Not like me when I had the Africa Twin and I slammed the front brake on wet mud.
Oof.
And it went down on my ankle, and I just like not the one I've had surgery on, but I was in the middle of nowhere and I had to pick that bike up on my own with it resting on my leg. But that was a fatal mistake. But it's just down to experience. I didn't know at that time. I thought, adventure bike, this will go anywhere. And then just seeing some mud and it was going a little bit too fast, so I just pulled the front brake and off I went.
I mean, it's like you know, I've never done any off-roading. Do you know what I mean? That's probably the best off-roading I've done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've had an off-road bike, but I went out on it like 3 times in a fucking field, fell off it, got soaking wet the second time, and the third time it fucking pissed down. So in the end, I went, fuck it, I'm selling it because it's a stay for me.
Do you know how Komoto made me laugh? Because he did that. I've been on that track and it's quite gnarly, that track.
Yeah.
And he did all that and he stayed on it and then he fell off in a car park.
He fell off on the grass, doing 3 miles an hour.
he just like the back end spun out. He was actually off the track on main road on a bit of a car park thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. And
Just
but
looked back-
it was muddy as fuck, wasn't it? The grass was
Yeah, it
like
was.
getting like soddened, proper soddened, and you think to yourself, why have you gone in the mud? Don't know what you've done there.
Yeah, and all that room and just decided to just turn that bit.
Yeah.
Probably about 2 meters in length, and he just lost the back end.
Well, when he put the photo on the group, I said to him, "You've got to put the video of you dropping the bike." And he went, "I don't think I have." So I texted him privately, and I put, "Mate, if you've laid that bike down for a photo opportunity and picked it back up, yeah, we want to see the video. Well, I want to see you that slip off." And he went, "I don't know if I've got it. I don't know if I've got it." Well,
He did.
yeah.
That was a bit of class. That was class.
It was like I say, it's made me laugh. He's done all that off-roading, and he's there going, "Yeah, I need to do this more often." And he's fell off at 3 mile an hour turning round in a car park. He found he had a patch of grass on there.
That's a bit like
That's better than my one at Super Sausage, wasn't it? Where I got my pillion on. I said, "Oh, just jump on the back of the bike." I got it up. I got the side stand. Everyone said to me, "You should have left your bloody side stand down." And I got the side stand up, holding the bike. She goes to jump on me, and she missed with her foot in and grabbed me shoulder and pulled me off the bike. And it was like, whoop, over it went. But I wouldn't mind. I had a brand new 2022 VMAX right next to my bike, and I missed his front end by about half an inch. But he done his crust because she fell off the back, head butted his showy off the seat, and it rolled across the car park, and it was a brand new showy.
Do you know what I did once? I had one of those, they're like tin garages in my old house because we didn't have a garage there, and I stepped on the bike on one side and fell off the other side and got pinned between mine and the side of the garage wall, and I was for the wife to come and help me get it off me, but I just stepped straight over the other side and fell off it.
What you're saying, that was like me, Scottish little soldiers. So I've pulled up on this car park, take a photo, fucking sat there, and I'm like, this lad's like pointing at me bike. So I've given him a little thumbs up. "How you doing? Okay, yeah, sound." Went to get off the bike. They put the side stand in. I was like, just literally fell off the side.
No, it's quite embarrassing, isn't it, when you do it?
Yeah.
But we've all done it. We've as bikers, you've all done it, haven't we? So
yeah.
I was just going to ask Jack. Jack, have you come off yours at all at any time?
Not at speed. They're all just stupid, bike drops, that sort of thing. Nothing spectacular. No.
What about you, Graham? Have you?
No, not yet. I've been very close to it, but no, I've managed to save it.
To save it, because that's one thing. Jack, when you had the Africa Twin, did you find it? I found that quite top heavy. And
very top heavy. Very.
Yeah. Once it started to go, it didn't give you much room for error, did it?
It didn't. The angle, you go from upright to like that far, and that was it. Then you're just battling trying to hold the bloody thing up. Then, especially with a full tank, it was. It could be quite hard work to live with that bike.
The 850 is very top heavy, so no doubt it will happen at some point.
Yeah.
But
I think it catches you out on cambers, doesn't it? When you're in car parks and that, and you try to put your foot down and it cambers away. They're the worst. They're probably the most common.
Especially if it's tall.
Yeah.
Near me, there's a T junction, and I came up to this T junction one day, and I didn't realise where the trucks had been stopping at the T junction. The front tyres of the trucks had made a proper divot in the road. So I stopped at this T junction, went to put my feet down, and I just couldn't touch the floor at all. And then all of a sudden you touch the floor, and it was just enough to save the bike, to save from dropping it. But God,
Do you know the best thing to do when you come to that situation again? Just accelerate. Just accelerate away.
Fuck it, just take your chances.
Just make sure your mate's recording you behind. That's the best to do.
I like the bikes now where they're actually lowering themselves as you come to a stop. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, that BMW, that new 1300 does that, though. And the
Pan America.
Harley
Triumph
Davidson,
does it as well,
does
doesn't
that
it?
as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like to be fair, my bike ain't that tall because obviously it's a low chassis. I've got the lowered seat and the lowered chassis.
Yeah.
So for a normal fucking size bloke, it's probably too short. But for me, because I'm only a short arse, it's fucking ideal for me.
Yeah, mine's a low BMW. Mine's a low GS.
Yeah, mine's a low GS.
Yeah.
Do you find that with it being lower though, does it compromise if you were to take it off road? But I suppose if you only do you don't really do enduro riding with it anyway, do you? So
not for the skills I've got, mate. You wouldn't.
I actually think it's the same height difference.
Yeah.
They've just lowered the shaft, so the ground. From the ground to the bottom of the engines is actually still the same. It's the chassis they've moved, so it's the subframe that they've moved there. Not all.
So I suppose
so
it depends. It depends what you weigh as well. Like when I'm sat on my bike, it's dragging its belly across the floor.
mine's just fucking panting all the time. Fucking hell, mate, keep up with it.
Yeah. Can we stop? Can we stop?
Come stop for a break. but yeah, man, it was. But that's one of the reasons why I bought it, because a lot of the other bikes I test rode, like the Tiger, I couldn't even fucking touch the floor. Literally, my one arse cheek was completely
Explorer.
off. Yeah.
They're ridiculous. I refused to ride it. I was supposed to ride it for Pidcocks to do a review on it, and I went out and stood next to it. I said, "There's no way I'm taking that bike out." I couldn't. It was up here. The seat was up here. It was like, no way. So I took the GT out instead.
Yeah.
Was it GT Pro?
The GT Pro, yeah. So that's what I took. That's the same as the Yamaha 900, the Tracer. That's dead tall as well. Dead tall.
Yeah.
And I was just like, again, I took it out, and everywhere where I stopped, I was literally pulling up at a curb so I can get my foot down.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it makes a huge difference, doesn't it, with your confidence on riding a bike like that.
Yeah.
I remember when I had the Fat Boy, the Harley Davidson, when I was into my Harleys, and that I was like, my feet was bent and flat on the floor. And I remember with that bike, because it didn't have any ABS traction control or anything on it, I remember sliding, and I just put my feet down and just it's just like, it's amazing because you don't
a fucking paddle.
It's running across the floor like the Flintstones. Smoke
I
coming
can just
off.
imagine you. I could just imagine you doing that. You know that panic dab. You know, like Jack was saying earlier, when you can't get the floor, you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's it is crazy how they don't really cater for everybody bikes, do they? You know, certain manufacturers, they don't cater for everybody. And it's a bit, I don't know what they couldn't do unless the way forward is to have bikes that drop down when you stop so you can touch the floor.
I think
that's a good idea.
That's the way forward, because look at the MotoGP bikes. They do that. They start off with the back end dead high, because obviously it's more traction. So they stop off with the back end high and then drop down when they're traveling. So there's got to be something in it.
Yeah,
look at the big GS Adventure and that. The suspension, when you depending on what mode you go into, it's changing anyway. So they must be able to do it. It must just be a software.
Yeah, it's got to be software
thing. With electronic suspension, I mean, it's not beyond the realms of fantasy with electronic suspension, is it? Because when you alter the suspension on the GS, it goes up and down underneath you, doesn't it? You feel it.
Yeah. I was going to say you can actually move it your fucking self, can't you? With the buttons, you can move the suspension up and down yourself.
Yeah,
because that's what I do on mine. You know, when you're riding, I have the back quite a little bit higher because it's better for going into the corners.
Yeah,
when it's like that, you know, because of the sort of bike it is.
But when you're off-roading?
No, when you're on. Yeah, when I'm off-roading. No, when I'm off-road.
When he's off-roading in his arse, he's doing 50 pence piece, fucking dustbin lid, 50 pence piece.
So I'd be absolutely crap at doing track, but I spent most of my childhood and mid-teens doing motocross, so I'd be great. I'd be roostering that rear tire everywhere.
It's the opposite. Now to have just said it's the opposite. They start with the back down and then it goes up. I know it was one way or the other, but
it depends which. It depends if you're in reverse or not, doesn't it?
Yeah, depends if you're at the back of the grid or at the front.
Yeah. I think in mine as well. I think I have it nose down when I pull off because I don't want it to wheel and throw me off the back.
Fucking hell. When we pulled up, where was we? At the bottom of that big fucking canyon. We went down in the middle of that fucking valley, like
Winnett's Pass, yeah.
Winnett's Pass. So we pulled on the bottom of Winnett's Pass, and I'll get the camera out. And, you're doing your little. We've been off roading, and Jay's like, fucking off-roading. Oh, fucking off-roading. I was fucking straight off-roading. You thought he was Jimmy McGregor and fucking Charlie Borman.
I thought you were going to say he was going to be the Bogan then, but no.
No. It was just really good. It was just it was nice because obviously when we got down to the bottom and we all took our helmets off, Jay took his helmet off like that.
Big smile on my face, yeah.
I was like, that was ace, man. That was ace, and you're just like, oh man, I enjoyed it myself. It was fucking brilliant because I'd never done nothing like that. But it's like I say, it was nice for you because looking back at your video now, you can see how much kind of panic you had because, like I say, you got to that gate and you could see yourself double guessing yourself. Shall I turn around? Shall I? And
go for the paddle.
Yeah, you could see yourself. Oh fuck it, I'm going. You know what I mean? And then you set off. But the first bit we went through, there's about fucking 8 puddles. But the thing was, so Phil was in front, so he was making a bear wave. Then by the time Jay was coming through, it was coming back, and I was getting fucking soaked at the back. And I thought, fuck this, man. I was fucking pulled back like I was getting fucking drowned because I've only got like a little short, stupid screen on my fucking GS. I was like, fuck this, I'm getting drowned. And then he gets off and he's like, did you enjoy that? Yeah, I love that, mate. I got fucking drowned. I was fucking stood there.
We got bits of water dripping off his faces, haven't we?
It was good.
I think for me, when we first went off road and we did that bit. When we got to the end, I thought, oh, that's it. We're going to turn around and come back now. And then he goes, no, we're not. We're going up there. And I was like, I was in panic mode then. I was in full panic mode. But it's like when I stop and I'm talking to you, I don't know if it comes through in my voice, but it's like I'm glad that we're at that point and I'm thinking, that's it. We've done. But I don't dress it up. I'll never say that I can ride as good as the next person. It's like I haven't got a very good skill set for riding fast. I haven't got a very good skill set for riding off road, but I'll have a go, and I think I'm pretty decent at it. But a lot of people will be thinking, oh well, I'd have been going on that 30, 40 miles an hour, and I'm just going at 5 miles an hour. But that's me. That's how I am. So
you've got to learn. You've got to gain your confidence. At the end of the day, it's like anything. You know what I mean? And secondly, there's always somebody fucking quicker.
Yeah,
always. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it like. Craig's asking there, Mark. I was asking what gear I wear. So on that day, all I had was a textile BMW jacket and a pair of Kevlar combat trousers, and that's all I had. I don't have no Gore-Tex, no nothing. Like I had the BMW sneakers on, so there was them like trainers. I realised that we're going through fucking puddles. He's fucking deep. Do you know what I mean? I don't realise we was doing that. Also, I've got a set of, I've got a rucker suit, so I'd put that on. But
the thing is, if you go through them fast enough, though, it just stays away from you. It goes to the sides.
It does stay away from you on your video. It just bear waved. It's like the Titanic. but yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think they are the best days. I think, when you meet up with people and it's unexpected, you just go for the ride. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
really.
Like I say, I also think it's better when, like that day, I knew we was doing a little bit of off road.
Yeah.
He said to me, "It ain't much, so don't expect we're going for fucking miles and miles and miles because we are." So I was like, "Oh, so when we pulled up at that track where we was in that we had the photos and stuff like. I actually thought that was it. I thought we was turning around there." And then when he said to me on his map, oh yeah, we've got to go around here, around there, up there, down there, through there, and then through the gate. And I was like, fucking hell.
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped because I was like, I don't even know have we got to turn around? Have we got to go any farther? And then when you asked me what we're doing, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know where we am. I don't know where we am and where we're going. I haven't got a fucking clue. Do you know what I mean?
It just seemed to. It was quite a long, lengthy track, and then when we got to the top and we saw the sign on the sat nav for the A6, and it wasn't far. We thought, oh, that's it. We've done it. We've mastered it. And then we had that what was it? About 1 in 30 decline coming down the hill.
And it was wet mud as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I would just sat down on the back brake going down there because it was quite treacherous down there. But yeah, we did it. We conquered it. You know, you don't know until you try these things, do you?
No. Well, like I say, mate, the one I rush, you do these things at your own fucking time, and you know, it's like when you're road riding. If you know, you have, you know, especially if there's a group of you have like the fast lads fucking shoot off, and then you got the intermediate lads, and then you got the lads at the back. They ain't slow. They're just the lads at the fucking back. Do you know what I mean? And you know, when I raced, there's always somebody faster than you. It's no good pretending I'm the fastest person there. Else you'd be doing the MotoGP. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I don't really ride fast on the road. You know, I like having a blast now and again, but
yeah, I don't think it matters either. You know, like if you go out with people on a regular basis and they've got different skill sets, you can still make it work. You don't all have to have the, you know, be able to ride fast or whatever. When I've been out with Fasty rides before, and he just shoots off and does his own thing, but then just you just catch up with him anyway, or you wait, or he waits for you, or whatever. You can make it work. But I think the worst thing you can do is try and follow somebody who's riding like that. You've got to always do your own ride. I know it's a bit of a cliche, everyone says it, but you really have got to do your own thing.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like I've said this before on my live and a few different lives as well. You know, if you're riding at, for example, fucking 90%, you've only got 10% wiggle room there to have an accident. Do you know what I mean? You know, you've got to leave yourself at least 20-25%. So you should only really be riding at 75%. And if you're going into a corner and you're scared of going into that corner, the speed you're going too fucking fast. And that's the reaction. You're going too fast into the fucking corner because you're scaring yourself into the corner.
And that's why I like faster riders in front of you, because if they're in front of you, I never like them behind me because I always feel like you're under a bit of pressure. But when they're in front of you, you can watch how they take those bends. And if they're going too wide, you know, you can learn from that and think, well, I need to slow down. So it does help you in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like see you later, Kaza. Like for me, you know, I did a lot of track riding and racing before I rid on the road. So I've had to kind of learn how to ride on the road, if that makes sense, in the parameters of the road, of the road, instead of fucking shooting off. And that's one of the reasons why, like, for me, that's one of the reasons why I bought an Harley. That's one of the reasons why I bought an adventure bike. Yeah. That's why I started touring, because I stopped racing. I fucking bossed my pelvis, stopped racing, and then I was like, you know, 2 years later, I wanted a bike, and I was like, what I don't want to jump back on a fucking sports bike and start thrashing around and being a dickhead again. And that's one of the reasons why. Yeah, it's still there. You know, the red mist still comes down now and again, but it's at least now I can control it a little bit better. I'm a bit older, and I kind of know what, you know, like when me and Rev ran out and we had that CBR 1000 come past me. And I was like,
fucking slow coach at the back got left behind. Yeah.
No, but the thing that annoyed me is he's come past me that close.
Right.
And you know, you're just like, mate, there's no need for that. No need at all. And that's what.
See, the thing is, I could have buried the throttle on mine and kept up with you, but I was riding my own ride. I was like, no, let him get on with it. He can ride better than me on the road. So,
but it was just one of them, mate. I'd like I say, that I'd lost my temper, but the red mist come down, and he was on a sports bike, and I was watching his lines, and I was thinking, mate, you're gonna have a fucking accident. You're gonna have an accident. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's I shouldn't have done, but that's when a bit of that competitiveness come in, and I was like, fucking right then, I'll show you. I want a big fat GS with knobbly tyres. I'll show you how to fucking ride now. I'll show you. And then, like I say, I overtook him on that bend. He's looking at the bend like this. There was a left, right, and then he's bent left.
Yeah.
So I've gone through there, pinned 140, pinned like this, like on a track. So I've gone through, pinned, gone round the outside of him on the left-hander, and then as he's looked back up, I've just come round the outside of him, and then Rev's caught up with us towards a 40-mile-an-hour zone, and that's when he's given me the fist bump, because I tapped my back end to say stop on the back then, and then I just fucked off. I literally just fucked off then because I was just annoyed.
The thing was, he came out of position. That first left-hander before he came into your corner, he was on position 1. He took the corner, but he drifted right out to the middle of the road and then back in. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're right on that centre line. He should have been at least position 2 or 3 and positioned himself, but he'd got no counter steer on the bike because. When we done the bit on the way home, because you said to me coming round that corner, you went, Jesus Christ, Rev, your rear tail light's really bright. Yeah. And I tend to drag that back brake in the corners because I can get more traction and move that back end around with a little bit of trail brake than I can if I take the corner with no brakes on. I can shift that bike around, no problem.
Do you know what though? It doesn't. Just because somebody can ride fast, it doesn't make them a good rider.
No, 100%, mate. And I think that's the point I was trying to get at. That there's always somebody faster. Do you know what I mean? And that was the kind of the point I was trying to prove to the lad who come past us, like, because he was following us for a good fucking 4 miles, right up our arse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. BK's has got it. If you're riding to keep up with someone above your ability, more chance of having an accident. Ride your own ride. And that's exactly what I did. I left you 2 to get on it. And then you said to me, Jesus Christ, you took your time, catcher. I was riding my own ride. I don't push myself for no one.
Yeah.
I ride within my own comfort zone. Yeah, I am a little bit slow on the roads and but I didn't know the road. I didn't know the corners like you know it. You knew that road. And I'm not going to go throwing myself into corners that I'm unfamiliar with because I don't want to be wrapping myself up.
Yeah, even if you know the corner, though, it's like you're on a road at the end of the day. You don't know what's around that corner.
No,
exactly.
No.
Yeah,
like I said, go on, mate.
Sorry, mate. I was just going to say you've got that split second to think about it, haven't you? As soon as you see it, you've got to react. Yeah, and it don't give much time for error, does it? There's no room for it, really.
And I think that was another point that I wanted to get across is I kind of lost my temper. The red mist come down, and that's what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't lose your fucking temper. Don't try not to lose your rag. And that's what happened to me because he come past me that close. And he almost touched me coming out the corner. And I was like, mate, you've come off a dual carriageway. We're both riding. You've shot out the outside. Me and Rev are like this. We staggered. But he's come out the outside and then he's cut right across me to hit the left-hand side by the curb to take the corner. And I was like, mate, and that's what annoyed me. That's what made me lose my rag. Yeah. Because I was like, fuck's sakes, mate. We both could have been dead then. Just because of you, and that's what kind of pissed me off.
Well, it's like driving a car as well. It's like it's being considerate as a road user. It don't matter what you're in. You've just got to be considerate to other people as well, haven't you?
Yeah, and like I say, and that's one of the reasons why when I went past him, at a point where I was comfortable and I was happy with it. Even though I was going around a bend, I could see through the bend. I knew there was nothing coming. Do you know what I mean? And then, like I say, when he pulled up then, because he tried to link onto the back of me, and I did shoot off. Yeah, I did ride a bit fucking erratic. But I was trying to prove a point, and I shouldn't. The point is, I shouldn't have been trying to prove a point. That's the point. I shouldn't have done it. But, it just fucking really fucking annoyed me. And it was one of them ones where you go, yeah, mate, I want a GS. Yeah. Just because you want a sports bike, don't mean you're fucking faster than me. You know what I mean? And just, kind of, if you think you want a sports bike and you're faster than everybody else, give that person a little bit more fucking room. If he's on a slower bike, give him a bit more fucking room. Don't come past him with a fucking knacker in between you. So
yeah, that's the thing. Isn't it?
Yeah, and like I say, it's about a bit of respect as well on the ride. And I think we more at quite a similar age, and you get to a point where you're just like, I don't want the hassle. I don't want to be ripping around. I don't want to be, ringing your missus saying I'm in the fucking shit here. I'm in the bush because I'm chasing some fucking 23-year-old lad on an R1.
Yeah. No, it's not worth it. Not worth it, is it? And
No.
some people, it's sad that some people want to ride like that, and it's sad that some bikers will give other bikes bad names.
Yeah.
Right now that being inconsiderate and stuff. What's that? I can't see it. I'm on my phone.
I know what that is.
Do it again. Do it again, Rev.
What's that? Oh, right. So coasters on the way out. I've got all the addresses. So JDM.
Excellent.
Bikes, Beards and Brews. That's Ben out in America, who's the ET fan. Graham's. Piggy's. I'll try and hide that. You've got a bloody long address.
Give me fucking address that live on fucking YouTube.
Right,
is that the 18 watches it don't matter?
And Jay's.
Perfect. Thank you,
Brilliant.
Mate.
Excellent.
So, yeah, they're all going out tomorrow. Boost. Who else had it? Richard's had his as well. GTR Travels has had his. Rhythmic can have his Sunday at Super Sausage. So yeah, if there's any motor vloggers that I haven't done, Moto. If you want to send me your logo, mate, just fire it across. Are you on the WhatsApp team?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Get my number and just ping me a WhatsApp with your
Will
logo,
do.
and I'll whack you up a coaster, mate.
Okay. Cheers, buddy.
That's all right.
I'm just going to say, with that printer, I know it sounds like a daft question, but could you put like a windscreen in that, like a small windscreen, and etch it onto the that?
Yeah.
Or just burn through it?
No, you can set. So when we first started, you have to set. Let me see if I can show you how it's done. So let me show you the toy first. So it's very small. It is sitting just there. That's it there.
Yeah.
So it's literally a tight. Well, you can see the size of a wine glass. So I'd say it's about 6 inches by 6 inches.
You made that look bigger on that other thing that you did. You're good at it. That's something special, making things look bigger.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Let me see if I can share up the software. So what you do? Let me go see if I can share screen. Present. Share screen.
I know what Jay's thinking here. I reckon he's thinking to have his windscreen done. He's
because I've got a small sports screen like yours, and I didn't know if you can.
Here we go, then, boys. So that is the plotter. What you do, you take if I go into open picture, so I'll just do one of my. If I go into this PC, I'll just bring up one of my standard pictures. So if I go into, where are we? Bikes D. Let me try that one. There we go. So if I do one of my Rev Bomb photos, if I go into a photo, let's do, here we are, friends, celebrities, let's just choose any old thing. See if it loads it. It should do. If not, we'll do it the easy way. It didn't like that. Oh, there we go. So there's your photo. So what it does, it takes a photo, and then what you can do, you can go into black and white. So you've got all your settings here. You can hear, so it will take any old photo, basically takes any color photo, puts it into black and white, and then you can go into things like grayscales, you can sketch it, you can reverse the colors. But anything bigger than about 2 megabytes, it doesn't like the photo. So that's grayscale. But there's load, but it doesn't like being pushed on the program. If you push it too hard, it doesn't like it. But yeah, you can take any photo, put it in grayscale, reverse it, move it around, do your XY angles, and then what you do, you plot it to the laser. The laser tracks. So what it will do on the thing, it will send out the center dot. You centralize it, and then you ask it to map, and it will go work. If you want to enlarge the picture, you move your X and Y's up till it fills that, and then you just hit start. But you have to get your burn, so you've got your cutting percentage and your speeds percentage. It normally works better on about 90-90. Because I did the Rev Bomb one, we did a full 100-100, and it obliterated it. It's just like a black
Yeah.
That completely backed it up. So we moved it down to about 90-90. When I did yours, Jay, I had to run it at 80-80 because obviously to do it really fine because get all the lines in it. When I did Rhythmic's one, that was burnt at 75 on the cutting and 90, and it's still a little bit dark. So you've got to really get, once you've done it the first time and you've worked out what percentage to do, you can save that percentage and just come back to that logo every time.
So on like a, you know, like on a small sports screen, if you did a really light sort of laser into it, would it just give you that like an etching on it on plastic?
It'll give you an etch on it. Yeah, it'll put an etch on it.
So it will burn through it.
And does it have to?
If you set it about 50%, but you can always go back over it and hit it a second time in exactly the same place.
What happens if it's not flat though? If it's got like a
it will still, as long as it's located on top, it will still burn. Just got to make sure that you get the focus to a dead point pin at the highest point.
Yeah.
But 155 quid on Amazon, and the USB lead on that's about 6 foot.
Does it take tattoos off your arm?
I don't know that. Might be worth a try.
I thought you was gonna ask if you did fucking your eyeballs. Can I have my eyes lasered?
Yeah. Bad bloody help with this one, I tell you, mate.
But yeah, man, we had it was good. Like I say, mate, it's just one of them, mate. When you do the coasters and stuff like that, it's all right. It's good. So,
well, I've worked it out. If I manage to, because obviously the motor vloggers, I'm doing the freebies for them. But I've had one guy ask for 12. I've had another guy ask for 6, and I said to him, I'll do them at like $4.99 because you go on eBay and the etched coasters, personalised coasters, are £7.50, and I thought I can beat that. I can get a decent enough margin if I clear all 50 coasters and the 12, the 50 flats and the 12 coasters. I can make myself 75 quid profit, but it's the time and the plotting that takes the money up. Because to burn. The average one of them takes me 20 minutes to burn, but to actually set the graphic up and sit there and do it is about an hour.
Do you know once you've done it, you've set it up, can you keep that as a program and then you just go straight?
Yeah, you keep it as what they call it, an XJ file. So okay. I've literally got every one of the ones that I've done so far. I've got the XJ file, and it maps the picture, and it also maps the cutting and the speed.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, boys. How are you all?
How you doing?
Good, all good.
Good to see you all. Thanks for letting me in, Picky.
So, right. It's looking like a vagrant in that woolly hat, isn't he?
Hey, it's minus 25 in my garage, so I need to fucking put a woolly hat on.
Fucking hell.
We'll send you a food parcel.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Well, I've even got the gas heater on the go, man, because it's freezing.
Just hope you've lit it, else you'll be off your tits later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How's things out, Mucker? You all right?
Yeah, good, man. Good. I'm just
family okay.
Yeah, all good, mate. Yeah, no, everything's good. I'm still off this week, so back to work next week, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. How are you guys? How's things?
All good, man. All good. Like I say, I'm back at work. It's like a quiet week for me because all the full-time army lads are back till the 8th, so it's just a slack week for us, really. I finished about, I don't know, 2:30 today, 2:30. So I was just fucking, mate, I was playing solitaire for about 2 hours, so I thought, fuck,
sports afternoon.
Yeah, sports afternoon. So I was like, fuck, I'm going home. So yeah, and again tomorrow I'll be finished about
nice
about 12:30 tomorrow, and then 12 o'clock Friday, and then back to normal next week.
Yeah, mate.
Is that on a live that you're finishing early?
Yeah, that I'll watch it.
Oh, jeez.
I don't tell anybody.
I can't see any of the comments in the side chat if anyone's saying hello or anything, so just hello to everybody that's there. So.
There you go.
You still drunk from yesterday's footy? Yeah, no, I'm off it, man. I'm doing dry January.
And me.
Off it, so trying it.
Yeah, I'm giving my body a bit of fucking recovery time to fucking try and heal itself.
That's exactly what I need, mate. A little bit of recovery time because my liver's like gonna pack in soon if I don't stop drinking. So
yeah, my liver looks like a fucking pickled onion.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I didn't have any. So I've got one now on a sport.
Oh, fair play, fair play.
Scouse,
Scouse, what industry are you in now?
I'm still in the drone industry, mate. I'm still flying drones for a living or managing military programs and whatnot. So I'm all over the place, mate, to be honest. And that's why, if you noticed, last year I didn't put out much content because I wasn't even in the country. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So.
Fair play, fair play. Grinders taking up all his time. So, but nah, man, it's nice to see you well, and obviously we do catch up over Christmas or New Year, because, like I say, you know, obviously you was busy and everybody's got fucking family time and all the rest of it. So.
Yeah, but, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to have you on, Mucker. It's nice to have you on. So,
Cheers,
so what have you got planned for next year, mate? Have you got anything already penciled in?
The only thing I've got penciled in right now is a rally in Canada called the Renegade Riot. You can search it on YouTube. It's called the Renegade Riot. It's supposed to be phenomenal.
Who did that? Somebody did that this year.
Really?
Yeah. Who did that this year? There's somebody else to know. The Renegade Riot.
Yeah, it's supposed to be wild, like 4 days of just mentalness. So we'll see. I've got that penned in July, beginning of July. Then I'm hoping to come back to the UK for 3 weeks to see family and whatnot. So that's, you know, and obviously work dependent where I'll be, wherever the hell I'm going to be around the world. So yeah, that's about it, mate. Really up to now. No stages for me this year. I'm saving my money for next year.
Same here.
You know, just get out and ride. As soon as this snow and ice buggers off, mate, I can, you know.
Is there any ETA when that's going? When does your riding season kind of start? Is it like a usual kind of, I don't know, for example, April or?
Yeah, more or less, mate. The problem we have, and you've probably seen it all over YouTube. You know, people, why'd you stop riding in the winter? And people saying, wear this, wear that, but you can still go riding. We physically can't do that in Alberta because there's like this much ice on the ground. Like, you know, there's probably like a foot worth of ice, and on top of that is compact snow, and it just doesn't go, mate. Once it arrives, it doesn't leave till probably April if you're lucky. So, you know, I can't even get out the road, mate. It's that bad. So even if I wanted to ride, if the main roads are clear, I could never leave the streets, you know. So yeah, it's
Harley only did snowmobiles.
If only.
Yeah, there's a fucking side business there. There's a side business there,
kid. Because it gives me time to work on that beast, you know. It gives me time to
look at that.
You know, and so, you know, it's it's getting there. Got myself a new helmet as well for Christmas, which is good.
Another one. You only had one this fucking issue, don't you?
Yeah, no, well, I bought that. Where the fuck is it? I bought that one up there. You can see it on the rack there. That's the ILM helmet. It's all right. I mean, it's not the best, but it's all right, if you know what I mean. But I need to replace the bell bullet because it's like 5 years old now. So I treated myself to a new helmet. So I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm just editing a video on it right now.
Better not be a Ruroc.
No, is it? Fuck, they're pieces of shit.
Fucking hell.
No, I don't. Yeah, there's a reason why they're on 60% off right now.
Yeah, because now fuckers buying them because they're shit.
Exactly.
Yep.
So,
been there.
But I have got some shit to put on the bike. Custom Dynamics to square me away as usual. I've got some lower lights to put on.
So yeah.
They're going to go on down there. See them?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
they're going to go on. The bike's going to be lit up like fucking Blackpool Promenade, man.
Don't mention Blackpool. Fucking towers burnt. No.
Oh, yeah, they thought it was on fire, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blackpool Tower caught fire, mate. And then the BBC turned up. They got the cameras out and they went, oh, my God, it's like built in the 1800s. Blackpool Tower is on fire. The emergency service. It turned out it was the builder's orange netting. It was blowing in the breeze each side. So
that was hilarious.
But, the best bit was some blokes got on eBay, got hold of the netting and advertised it on eBay. The bidding at the moment is at £560,000. What? Blackpool Tower netting. If you look Blackpool Tower netting, it's at £560,000.
Oh my God. Fucking hell. Jeez, that's crazy. Fucking hell. Oh,
it's like bottling your farts and selling it.
That is just meant. Do you know what? I forgot to tell you, actually, Peaky. Let me just fucking drag it out. I don't know if I've showed you this, but I've got this going in.
Oh, the fueling system.
That is a full stage 2 cam chest that's going to go in.
Nice.
sent to me by Fueling. Thanks very much, Fueling. So
Nice one.
that's going in a couple of weeks. Hopefully, it's got a full fucking shebang, mate. It's the
fullish.
It's everything. So she's gonna be like shit off a shovel, shall we say?
Fair play. I'm still waiting on your jacket to come in at the minute, mate. Obviously, because of Christmas and New Year. So I'm still waiting on that to come in. Once that comes in, I'll send it over to you.
No worries, mate. No rush at all, man. No rush at all. So, but yeah.
But
well, what about you guys? What you guys got planned over the winter in the UK?
Well, it's a fucking winter here, mate. It's been pissing down all week. But apart from that, it's supposed to be nice this weekend. Between 6 and 9 degrees. So I'll be out this weekend. But
same here.
Buggers.
But yeah. How about in Scotland, Graham? What's yours? What's the weather forecast?
No, it's pouring a rain.
Wet.
Surprise.
I know, surprise. I don't think I'll be out in it, nah. I'm back to work on Friday, so still with dark nights as well, so
yeah.
Maybe go out on the weekend, see how it is.
I might, like I say, I might pop down to and see Rev Sunday if Rev all right, because I'm off the beer, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, he messaged. What was it? Sunday? I'm hanging.
Oh, mate, that was bad. So my niece got married on Friday. So we got there, like, and obviously a lot of his family was there, but my family was there as well. As soon as you got there, like, all the lads were like, come to the bar, so we at the bar, like, do you know what I mean? But you know when you get to the bar and somebody buys you a drink, then they walk off, then somebody else comes. Do you want a beer? Oh, go on then, I'll have a fucking drink. Yeah, what do you want? I'll have a fucking, I don't know, a rum. I'll have one of them. He walks off, fucking another uncle comes up. Do you want a drink? Yeah, go on then, I'll have one.
That's lethal when that happens.
Mate, I was hanging. But it was one of them, like, I woke up Saturday morning, I had a shower, went down for breakfast. I felt a bit fucking tender, but I don't feel too bad. And then Tracy went to me, you stink of rum. And I was like, fucking brushing my teeth, like, you know what I mean? And she was like, I could still smell it. So I was like, fuck this. So I said to Tracy, you're going to have to drive home. So we're driving home. And, you know, and you just feel it coming. You're getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Then the window comes down. Like, we got home about, I don't know, about 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I got out and I just went, I've got to get to bed for a few hours. Do you know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, just get to bed for a few hours. So I went to bed for a few hours and then got up, mate. And I was just like, I said to Rev in the afternoon, because he was like, you're going to come down? I was like, yeah, I might come down. Got in Saturday afternoon. I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a few bevies. So I had a few. I just tipped myself back over the edge. I was fucking hammered. I was absolutely fucking hammered.
Yeah,
there's even freaking t-shirts for it. Jesus Christ! I survived the Blackpool Tower piece of orange netting into $23.
That is mental.
Scouts, can you get me gym bastards, honestly.
Yeah, there you go. Scouts, can you get any German memorabilia in Germany, or is it not seen? I know you.
Well, you can get this in Germany.
Ooh, spunk.
So you got to get some of that while you're there, Craig. But no, mate, you can. You know, you're gonna have to, if you are there over the weekend, try and find some flea markets. Because that's your best bet, mate, is the flea markets. Because that's where you find all the stuff. I will say with that though, there's a lot of fakes. So just do a little bit of research before you go and whatnot, or do research while you're there if you see something. Also, go to like any military sort of surplus stores, the smaller ones, because they'll have something in the back where you can go and have a look, and 9 times out of 10 they'll have some shit in the back there. But yeah, you can get some stuff if you talk about World War II stuff. Absolutely, you can get a lot of DDR stuff as well, so the East German stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can find it. It is there, but you just got to go to like flea markets and whatnot. They're your best bet. That's what I got all my stuff. My whole collection was from I either dug it up or I got it from flea markets or surplus stores.
I want to get one of those. What is it? The old hair flick hats.
Oh.
With the little old boy from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Guten Tag.
Oh yeah, guten Tag. Yeah, danke schön.
I'm surprised you ain't got one fucking your age, Rev. Fucking
I
got
have.
one.
I've got a couple down the stairs.
He's got one for the week and one for Sunday.
Right, I'm going to call it a night, lads.
All right, then I give sound.
Look
All
at
right.
yourself.
Good
See you later,
speaking to you all.
Walker.
Yeah,
See you
Cheers,
later.
mate. Thank you.
All right,
See you
bye.
later. Sure.
You've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. Bloody hell, 40
I know.
minutes more than normal.
We're doing another 10 minutes and then we'll shoot off because the baby's in bed. But yeah, man, it just makes me laugh because like when we went over to Germany, when we went over to Belgium, there's loads of stuff over there. They're still digging stuff up there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's loads of little, like tiny little like places on the side of the road, and they've just got shit just hanging off place, and there's still dirt on them and everything. It's fucking brilliant to fucking look around, like.
Yeah, it's mad the amount of stuff that's left in the floor, mate. It's unreal.
Yeah. Like I said, that them trenches that we went to. If you watch the one where we walked around the trenches, that was mate, that was fucking phenomenal. Yeah. It was, you know, like it's one of them where you walk out and instantly, like a bit like you, but straight away you're back in the army. You're back being a 17-year-old kid in the army, and like instantly, me and Marcus was like, "Fuck, man! Look at how wet it is. No wonder there's trench foot. No wonder they're fucking struggling to administrate themselves."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And there was like how they'd used the lay of the land to dig at different depths, so that I have to dig all one depth, like, so that the lay of the land that you undulated kind of through it. It was fucking mad, but it was brilliant.
Yeah, it is. It's mental. Just to Craig's point there, yeah, it is illegal in France, Craig, especially in Normandy and any of the World War One battlefields and whatnot. It is illegal to do so. So, but yeah, don't get caught.
Is it because it's protected then around Normandy in that area? Then?
Yeah. There's still a lot of bodies. There's a lot of bodies and whatnot never been recovered, mate. So that's the biggest fear is obviously, you know, trying to a young geezer with no experience digging up a dead body, or there's a lot of UXO as well still out there, unexploded ordnance, mines and rockets and artillery bits and whatnot. So they just banned it across Normandy completely. So unless you've got a license, but you've got to like apply for it and have a special permit and whatnot.
Fuck you know. I don't know that. I'd never know that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But I've booked to I've already booked a hotel for next year because it's the 80th anniversary next year.
Yeah.
Of Normandy, so I've already booked up. I'm going to go over for 3 or 4 days.
Well, we're planning on flying into Amsterdam when we come back for 3 weeks. We're planning on flying into Amsterdam and then just hiring a car, mate, taking the boy over to Normandy and whatnot, and meet my dad there again and stuff. So we're planning on doing it this time around, but it won't be till probably mid to end of July. So
yeah. Like I say, mate, it was one of them. Once we went, was it last year? Could have been the year before. Like especially because you know the lads are too with more military, and it was just like we got to places and like the one lad who come with us, it was just a normal civvy, just a normal fucking run of the mill bloke, and then we walking around looking at stuff, talking about our experiences and all the rest of it, and you could just see him. He went from like you know, us having a laugh and a joke and this that and the other to like intensely really listening and seriously. Kind of taking it on what we're saying, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Especially like I said, there's that one photo of us all, the 5 of us just stood there looking out at Gold Beach, and on the photo it looks like we're all just stood there, but we're actually fucking arguing about which way we'd attack Gold Beach. So one of us was like, I'd do this, I'd come along the beaches, I'd go along the trench, I'd do this. So it was all actually at that point where he took that photo of us with all our backs looking out, we're all actually fucking arguing there about fucking which is the best way to fucking attack the beach.
As you do.
But it was just mad, like, you know, out of that, and he sent me that photo when we got back, and I was just like, that's fucking brilliant, mate. Yeah. You don't know how much of a good photo that is, because he was like, oh, I've took this one. And he sent it me. I was like, man, that's a really good photo. And he'd have a clue that he took it. You know what I mean? How good the photo was. But yeah, man.
I went to I think it was the D-Day landings. I think it was 40 years when I went as a child. And they had all the celebrations. The Queen turned up. They had the American soldiers was all there as well, and that was a really, as a kid to see it. I think I was
Yeah.
must have been 11 years old, and it
Yeah.
was just amazing to see all that. It was
is.
such an experience, and it's just stayed with me forever as well.
Yeah.
What was that? The first year, was that the first year anniversary? Did you say? What was that?
I think it must have been the first year.
1946.
Yeah. You hook, line, and sinker on that one, wasn't
But yeah, to your point though. That's why I'm taking the boy. I mean, I've been there 5-6 times now, and it never gets old, and there's always something I've not seen.
Yeah.
So for him to go once is, we'll just try and cover all the main points, because we'll not be there for like a week, probably there for all 4 days, if that. Just because, he's always said to me, well, why have you never took me, Dad? I'm like, well, you were always too young, and he's 15 now, so he should understand what's going on and what to see and what he's looking at and whatnot. So it's a good time for him to go, so looking forward.
Do you know what? Yeah. I think when I went, I remember it like consumes it as well.
Say again?
Say that again, because Rev fucking coughed all over you.
Rev coughed his lung up there. We didn't understand what you said.
There's a cough bomb.
Yeah, it just like consumes you as well, especially when I was a kid. Yeah, it just like it's like you can really get into it. You can really feel the atmosphere as well of the place. Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's a special place. It really is.
Like you say about it, there were certain points, like especially when you go, like, because we did a lot of the American stuff first, and you get to the American beaches, and there's little cafe areas and restaurants and this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? But it's all still nicely all done. But then you get to, like, especially the British beach. That you get to Gold Beach, you get to the British beach, and there's nothing there apart from the pillars. Yeah, and then it kind of it hit us all quite hard, because we was expecting, like, again, a bit of a like the Americans, a bit of a show, like a here we are, and then you walk in and it's that fucking somber, and it's like really. It's just really somber, and then you're walking around, and then it's till you walk up to the posts, and then you're reading all the names. So on every single post on all 4 sides, there's names from top to bottom, and then you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, but you're right though. The Yanks do it a different way, don't they? It's all pomp and ceremony with the Yanks, and it's it's high. Look at us. Whereas we have the Commonwealth Graves Commission who just look after the grave sites and whatnot. And there's none of that. I mean, if you've been to Omaha Beach, the cemetery up there, they do a last post every single day, and there's a guy raising the flag every single day, putting it down every single day. Whereas the British ones, they're just nobody's there to do that. They're just the Commonwealth War Graves Commission is doing an amazing job of keeping those places immaculate. Yeah,
I mean, like I say, you get to the best way I can describe it is you get to the American ones, and it's the proper American. Not being disrespectful, but them dead loud. Yeah. Boom! Look at this. We've done this. We've done that. We've done it. And then, like I say, you get to the more like the English ones and the Italian ones, and there's just barely anything there. Yeah. And you just them are the ones that eat you more than anything. Because
the German one at Lacombe, what used to be an American cemetery, they used it for the Germans afterwards. They moved all the Yanks over to Omaha, but the Germans took it over, and it's Lacombe, it's called, and it's I don't know if you've seen it when over there, but it's just basic. It literally is just a cross.
A cross, yeah, that's the one that we went to.
Dark crosses, yeah.
That's like the one we did in Belgium when we went around a couple in Belgium, and Stefan, who was with us, he was in the German army. Stefan was. And then Stefan went, "Can we go and see a German war grave?" And I was like, "Yeah, come on." So,
totally different, isn't it? Totally different.
And then we got there, and it was all overrun. And like I say, all there was crosses, no names, no nothing. And then and then what they had every now and again, there was like a plaque. Yeah. And I never knew this, but the plaque was a Jew. So the plaque was the Jews, and the cross was the Germans. So the Jews and the Germans actually fought together at one point, and I was like, I never knew that. Do you know what I mean? Up until we sat there, we researched on the graves. I never knew, and I was like, fucking hell. It's mad. Yeah. It's mad though what you learn. You didn't even know, but theirs wasn't. Mate, the grass was like fucking 1.5 feet high. There was fucking dog shit round the side and everything, and I felt a bit sorry for Stefan because you could see him. He walked up, and you could see him starting to get a bit emotional. Do you know what I mean? And so I kind of walked off, took the piss and walked off. But
as you do.
but no, and so we kind of me and Marcus kind of left him to it, and we just kind of let him have his fucking half an hour there, and then we cracked on. But yeah, man. Right then, lads, we've been on an hour 50 minutes, so I'm going to wrap up.
Cool.
So
well, thanks for having me on, mate. Appreciate it. Happy New Year, guys.
Always welcome, mate. If you get a spare half an hour or whatever and you want to jump on, just fucking message me.
Yes, pal. Appreciate it.
So, you know what I mean? And again, all of you guys, lads, you know what I mean? If you ever get a spare Wednesday and you want to jump on, just message me, and you're always welcome. Anybody in the solo chat, again, if you want to jump on, just drop me a message. Whether some people don't like to jump on, but if you do, you're more than welcome. So yeah, so that's us. That's us fucking done. So, Stevie, do you want to say your outro first?
My outro. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Thanks for watching. Stay safe wherever you are on the world, and remember, you'll never walk alone.
Sorted. Jay, do you want to say your outro?
Yeah, remember, guys, it doesn't matter what you ride, where you're from. Every day's an adventure.
There you go. Jack?
Yeah, cheers, folks. Happy New Year. Happy riding in the new year. Whatever you do, just ride safe and enjoy yourself.
Sound. Dave? Have you a bag of crisps? Is somebody eating a bag of crisps or something?
I thought someone was knocking one out there somewhere. Well, tell you, wait for me then. Be well, ride safe, and don't forget. I can't even remember what I've bloody done there. Be well, ride safe, and it's a big goodbye from me, you bastards.
It's good, Steve. He was on his vinegar strokes.
That's it.
He's like, yeah, but I'm worried where it's going to spurt. He's underneath me.
That sounded like they were lubing up.
It wasn't me.
Fucking put a bit of spit on it.
I haven't lubed up for ages. Wasn't me.
right then, lads. It's been absolutely wicked. Honestly, great life, and like I say, I appreciate you all for taking the time and the effort and coming on. Honestly, it means a lot. And stay safe, keep your family safe, and if you know one thing, please, which is smile. Thank you very much. Cheers,
guys. See you later.
And,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. See you.